Hey everybody, welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with Oberon and me, Banshee, and this is me, Banshee, for my Material Matters segment, your weekly tarot keys to success in business, education, and finance. Welcome to the show, everyone. I'm going to shuffle here for a minute my Chris Ann Sacred Creators Oracle. Be using that till the end of September. And we'll try to mix it up a little bit after that. Okay. Let's see what the Sacred Creators Oracle's message for all of us financial material creators out there has to say. All right. I know we had this one before, but you know what? It's good to say it again. Either that or I've seen it for myself before. Bravely market your magic. Let's put that right up front and center. I think that was number 39. And I was right. What biz or life project are you working on that you feel compelled to courageously cast out into the world? Spiritual misfits, philosopher, poets, soulpreneurs, and creative catalysts bravely market your magic. It is your gold. And as gold, it's fascinating and compelling, and people can't stop looking at it when it's shining from the heart. When you draw back your curtains and expose your true colors of your soul, it is blindingly brilliant and beautiful. Make no mistake, someone out there is looking for what you are offering, and they will be thrilled to find you when you are honestly sharing your unique magic. Unveil your weird, your wonderful, and your quirky. It's normal for it to take a few years to find your way and to build your dream, so don't be hard on yourself if normal happens. Have patience and faith. Even when it feels vulnerable, share of yourself honestly and always put your soul into your message. Not sure how to share your magic? Your unique essence and humanness is the right place to start. So many creators start their journey from a place of total passion and authenticity and then slowly move their brand or their vision of what's possible towards something they believe to be more of a sure shot. Are you playing it too safe when you put yourself out there? What is your magic? What have you been hiding? What is missing in the way you express yourself online or in person? Authenticity, being honest, open, just showing what's in your heart. That's what it's all about, especially if you are a sacred creator. So good words once again from Chris Ann. I love, love, love this deck. Oh, I'm just going to close this up, and we are going to get started right away with our readings. But first, a very, very brief astro forecast for the week ahead. It's pretty uneventful. This reading for all the elemental signs of the zodiac is from September 26th through October 2nd. The sad news is, let's just get it out of the way, Mercury is going retrograde on September 27th. Okay. And also that is the same day that the Jewish holiday of Sukkot ends. And also this week, the moon will be traveling from Gemini on Sunday the 26th through to Leo on Saturday, October 2nd. All right, so that's what we have for Not a lot else happening astrologically, but I hear there are a lot of planetary retrogrades going on right now. So maybe a rocky time. But I'm only an amateur astrologer at best. So seek out other information and wisdom on that. Hey, all right, air signs. It's your turn. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. This reading's for you for the week ahead. Let's hope it's more than leaves falling into your lap. Let's hope you get some material success. By the way, everybody, happy fall equinox. I know it's past now, but as you can see by my wardrobe, I'm still celebrating. I love the equinox. And now we move to the dark side. All right. Oh boy. Hey there, air signs. What's up? What's up with those swords in the back? You start with a focus of the Ten of Swords. Do you feel like somebody has betrayed you? Do you feel like somebody has let you down in the business world? Did you suddenly get a layoff notice or something you were not expecting? A rejection letter of some sort, of something you thought was a sure thing? Something that people, convinced you to be a part of, and then they stabbed you in the back. Wow, whatever the case may be, it seems as though, the worst of it, the focus is on really how to move forward from here. The stabs in the back are what's happened, apparently, and if not, maybe you're facing this week. I think we should go further with the reading to see what the implications of this Ten of Swords for you air signs is. So how best can you prepare for that focus? Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's another sword. It's the Two of Swords upright. And I think the Two of Swords in this case is saying, hey, better lie low right now. Maybe this is not a time to take really good big risks. This is not a time to take gambles. This is a time to just sit back and evaluate the situation. Clearly, I think a move or a decision has to be made, but maybe this is a time to really think about it a little bit more. Hesitate. Sometimes hesitation has its rewards. And what about people this week? Oh my goodness. People really feel like the wheel of fortune is reversed here. This has been a real step in the wrong direction. A very unfortunate set of circumstances. What was that book called? Lemony Snicket, A Series of Unfortunate Events.
Incidents. No, it might have been events.
I think it is events. I'm not sure. But it certainly seems that way with the Wheel of Fortune reversed. So, oh my goodness, I think we're going to have a nice big recap here on all of this. Ultimately, though, I'm so happy to breathe a sigh of relief for you, air signs. There's the star, which means, you know what? This too shall pass. There is hope for the future. You will be safe and secure and being able to find your compass once more. Let's see what's going on here. Let's take this all together. I think it'll make more sense. So, if you have not had this betrayal, this loss of some sort that you're suffering, unexpected, and what seems to really be unfair in some way, or a real stab in the back, you might be going through this week. And the Two of Swords here indicates that either way, this is a time, air signs, where you need to take some steps back. You don't want to move too quickly. You want to really think about your next moves and what they're going to be. And even people around you might be cautioning you to do that right now because, with the wheel, you suddenly, something bad's happened. You lost an account to a competitor. Investments have kind of tanked. You need to regroup and pull together your team and really assess the damage before you can move on. And recognize the fact that, in time, things will right themselves again. There is hope. Nothing that is happening this week is going to be permanent. I feel that it's a setback, and it's a setback you can overcome so long as you don't give up on yourself and your dreams and your goals. So good luck with that, air signs. Wishing you the best in the week ahead. Ooh, that was a little brutal, but you know what? You're going to make it through okay. I also feel seeing the Wheel of Fortune there, signs, whether it's upright or reversed, just so shows the transitory nature of the situation. People are going to ride it out with you. You're going to weather the storm. All right, fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. This reading is for you for the week ahead. Let's light it up this week, fire signs. All right. All right. So, fire signs. Always say this for you, fire signs. Here we are again. There's that Fool. It does come up for you an awful lot. And I really do think in this position too. But I'm not going to go back and look at all my tapes to prove that. So at any rate, fire signs, this is a time of adventure. This week, you could be starting something new. Some of you might be starting new jobs, new courses of study, maybe a new project at school, new investments, taking a risk of some sort, a gamble, with an investment or real estate investment, something material, maybe even starting up a job, entrepreneurs out there. This is definitely new vision, new focus, and just trusting yourself to be able to pull it off. Gee, how best can you prepare for that focus? Well, how about with the King of Pentacles? Woohoo! And I just think the King of Pentacles loves to show up in our material readings no matter what sign. This king pops up quite frequently as well. And I kind of feel with the King of Pentacles that we have everything in place. I think this is the right time for you fire signs to take that leap of faith and take a risk and take a shot at something, because the king is very well organized. He's detail oriented. He's a master manipulator with the material world here. So I feel that you have put yourself in this really good position right now to go for it. Well, I could read this two ways. What about people this week? Will there be cooperation or conflict? The Ten of Wands is here. The Ten of Wands is reversed. Well, on one hand, I feel that people could be helping you, alleviate your burdens, making things easier for you to pull off this project. They may have your back. But on the other hand, too, you got to be careful that, they're not trying to pull away from you from too much work. Make sure that, you delegate fairly so that some people do not feel overburdened, because they may decide this is the time to either quit or leave it all behind because you have too many expectations on them. So whatever the case may be, watch people. They either are going to totally, like, it's going to be smooth sailing through for you, or you have to talk to them about what could be holding them down, from being able to offer their full support for you. Maybe there's just too much going on and you need to try to get them some help. And ultimately, will there be forward or backward movement for you fire signs? Well. I think there's lots of cooperation. So we'll cover that again in the recap. I think there's a lot of harmony with working with others. I think that maybe some new partnerships or business connections may come to pass by week's end. In other words, well, let me recap because I don't want to get ahead of myself. You're onto something new here, fire signs, whether it's a new job, a new position, an elevation, a promotion. You are on the move and you are taking risks and gambles in your financial affairs, whether a student, whether an investor, whether a business person. And you're backed up with the fact that you have been well prepared for this and you are at the top of your game right now with that King of Pentacles influence here. You rule your material affairs right now, and you are really bringing order to your universe. Well, other people right now don't know. Well, I feel actually after seeing the Lovers, I'm changing my tune about this. I feel that others are going to be helping you. I think that they are going to be supporting you in your mission, giving their all, and trying to help you, remove any obstacles or things that might be in the way of success. And ultimately, out of the whole thing, kumbaya, happy partnerships, happy working relationships, possibly a new partnership that will bring money or new contracts coming in. This just looks awesome. A pretty good week for you fire signs. Good luck with that. Woohoo! Boy, water signs, it's been raining buckets here since last night. So I just want to say, I hope you guys are not all wet in this week ahead. Hang in there, and let's have a week where the cash just flows to you. I'm going to cut. And here's to you, water signs. Oh, water, water everywhere. 10 of Cups, and there's despair. So, the 10 of Cups is reversed. Did you like that, Mr. O, Mr. Water?
You're a poet, and we know it.
The 10 of Cups is reversed, water signs, and I think there's some difficulties and sorrows in the business family. Maybe people are not all in agreement. Maybe there's some difficulty. Everybody has their own ideas about what you should be doing or how things should get done, how work should be delegated, what types of things you should be working on. There's definitely a lack of a lack of a meeting of the minds and heart, let's just say. So in other words, when we're not connecting with each other here on process, we're not connecting with each other here either. We're letting our emotions get the best of us. How best can you prepare for that, focus, water signs? Be like fire. Here is the 7 of Wands. So in other words, cast those emotions aside and stand up for yourself. Stand up for yourself and why you're holding the position that you're holding on these matters that may be under contention. Why you feel that this is the right path. Not emotionally, but with some, how should I say this? With some, not aggression, just with strength. Just with strength. Wow, what about people this week? Will there be cooperation or conflict? Boy, if this doesn't, in my own mind, line up with what's going on with the 10 of Cups here. The Death card reversed. People don't want to. People are not all in. People feel like holding back. People don't like the direction and the way things are going. They just are not willing to take up this cause or to continue on the path you're continuing without some change. They're just saying no. So can't count on others this week, even if you are standing up for yourself. But ultimately, where does this leave you by week's end? Oh, it's the Page of Wands reversed. Well, by week's end, this could lead you with some bad news. Bad news in particular for, I think, in the business realm. It might mean that maybe uh, you didn't sell yourself to company if you were trying to get a job, or if you were trying to get, or to other people if you were trying to get a contract or a sale. It just seems like your message is not getting across. They're not buying it. Um, and so it's disappointing. There's disappointments by week's end. So let's look at this again, my fellow water signs, my friends, the water signs. Ten of Cups reversed. There is disharmony in what you are involved in this week. People are not seeing eye to eye. People have their own ideas. They don't feel like they're being heard, maybe. But more importantly, people are just getting overly emotional about it. And they're really not happy. And that leads to you here really trying to stand your ground and state your case. I'm not saying you shouldn't do that, but it does seem problematic this week. But if you really believe in what you are doing, stand your ground and stand for it. However, it really could cause some problems in the ranks. It's possible that some people may stop working for you. It's possible some relationships, in the business world might have to be severed. I also feel with Death Reverse that people are just unwilling to put out the effort. They're not willing to offer you the help and assistance. There may be people not willing to give you a loan or whatever it is you need to get this thing off the ground. So ultimately, by week's end, that leaves you with some bad news. You don't get the job you wanted. Maybe some people leave. If you're a manager or an owner, business owner, some people leave and decide to move on because they just can't agree with the direction that you have chosen to go in. So I guess water signs, ultimately, you have to decide if it's worth it here to stand your ground, or do you need to consider another path? It's going to be a tough week for you. Hang in there. Hello, Earth signs. Boy, has the Earth been active this last week. Volcanoes, earthquakes. What's up, Earth signs? The only thing that should be rattling and shaking is money in your piggy bank, and lots of it. All right. Okay, Earth signs, your focus for the week ahead. Well, isn't that nice? It's the Empress upright. I always like to see the Empress upright, and especially in this position in the business world, because that just means that you're in a very growthful creative phase right now. Your projects are either moving along and finally bearing fruit, or you're coming up with some amazing ideas that really need to see the light of day. So nurture them, help them grow, and see if you can rally the people you need around you to support you in your efforts. So how best should you prepare for this focus in the week ahead? Okay, so we have the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is reversed. Well, let's not let emotions get the better of you. And also, it's one thing to make your dreams a reality, but it's entirely another to dream things that no way will be achievable in your present reality. So maybe the Queen of Cups reversed is saying, try to bring some of your dreams a little bit more down to earth, Don't get lost in them. The other thing is we can just daydream. Guilty as charged. We can daydream Earth signs all day, but if that's all you're going to do, then nothing is going to be done, and nothing will see the light and be able to grow via the Empress. What about people this week? Very earthy card. It's another queen. Look at that. You have an ally and some big support in your environment right now, I feel, Earth signs. There's somebody here who will be able to there's somebody here who will be able to give you some financial support, some financial advice, if not out and out material support. Maybe this also means that, you will be connecting with people. And if you're in sales or trying to get new clients, I think things are going to be very, very productive and positive here. So people are willing to help you grow some of your more realistic ideas, Earth signs. This is like the gathering of the queens. So will there be forward or backward movement or no movement at all for you Earth signs? Sadly, it's reversed, but it's the Queen of Wands. So you've got 3 queens in a row. Now, in a real old school reading I used to do with a regular deck of playing cards, 3 queens would mean a quarrel. So I don't see any of that here, but what I do see is that things get off to, things don't get off the ground like you would like them to. Either there's just energy is still scattered. You haven't really pulled it all together. There seems to be no forward movement. And actually, I have to say, you've got to be careful. By week's end, people might feel that you've been too pushy, in trying to move this agenda forward, and they wish things could slow down a little bit. So maybe it doesn't mean nothing's going to happen, but I do feel like by week's end, things are still going to be incomplete. Let's take a look at that again in a better focus here. So the Empress says to bring some dreams to fruition. It's time. It's time to grow things. Well, this is the harvest season. You should already be reaping things, but in this case, it's like telling you it is time to grow those things that have been sitting there in your head, just waiting to come out. The Queen of Cups is just saying, hey, don't get lost in thought. Keep it together. Don't let your emotions get the better of you, too, as you try to push these things forward, because that could get under people's skin and make them unhelpful. And also, don't get lost. Like I said, don't get lost in your daydreams. I mean, really, now is the time to set something in motion, because there are people who are willing to support you in this. There are people who say, yes, we will give you the financial support, the material support, or we want in on whatever you're selling. It's just a very positive material vibe here for you in your dealings with other people, Earth signs. But ultimately, by week's end, I think you get a little bit too aggressive in your approach. This is really what I think the Queen of Wands reversed here is saying. Maybe you need to slow it down a little and let people really, and maybe just say to the people who are even willing to jump on board, well, hey, thank you for your support and just your willingness to trust me, but why don't you just take a few moments and really evaluate and make sure this is what you want to do. Make sure you don't make them feel like you're pushing them into something. And maybe things will turn out okay in the long term. But you're not going to see those results this week, Earth signs. So good luck, everybody. It's going to be kind of an up and down week, I think, mostly for all of us this week. And remember that we're now into the dark side of the year. So try to pay attention to your inner work and your shadow, and also the veil is thinner, so your intuition might be really, really sharp. Keep that in mind as you work through the troubles in the week ahead. And right now, I want to remind everybody about all of our shows, especially Mr. O, who's got his Goth Tarot on Wednesdays. Great show. And speaking of the dark side of the year, this is all relating to shadow work, and it's as necessary as our happy hour, which is on Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where you can get a positive motivational message from Spirit, because we all need to be uplifted every once in a while. Don't forget Mr. O's Emotional Exchanges every Friday morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where you will get the emotional outlook for every sign of the Zodiac now, with his new and improved method of reading the emotional exchanges. Don't forget our live streams twice weekly. Please subscribe to our channel if you liked what you see here today. And do join me next week, same time, same place, for a next Material Matters show. Take care, everybody. See you soon.